pushing this character right now are people in Wi-Fi tournaments like this one right here. So it's a really interesting way to kind of seeing what this character is capable of.
Yes, and Min Min, one of those characters that, I don't know. It's not like controversy. It's just people were kind of excited, but just like the ARMS games, once you have to play it for a while, it's just like, wow, this character can be kind of boring, especially with the game plan. But Min Min is played by a lot of characters, and like you said earlier, it's not really mained by a lot of people. I know that DeBuzz has been lobbing this character quite a bit. Esam had a little bit of time as well, but it's definitely a very unique character. But Sans doing a really good job, I would say, getting in so far. Was able to kind of really use his areas, especially with that fair from Bowser, to put himself in an advantageous position, and uses the Bowser bomb.
Oh my god.
Doesn't take the stock just yet, but my goodness, it's going well.
And yeah, I like that Bowser bomb at ledge from Sans, really making sure Peckham gets off the ledge as soon as possible. And yeah, I mean, like, Bowser ledge trapping stuff pretty standard, but one thing Sans is doing that I think is pretty good is really coming in on Min Min from above. That's something that, of course, it was funny, like, even when they were announcing this character, they were like, man, like, she's really bad at dealing with people coming at her from above.
The jab lock into down smash?
Oh my god. And so interesting, notice that Sans didn't even go for like a second jab block there because they knew that there was a risk that Peckham would be knocked off the stage. Smart stuff, just going for one, not really pushing their luck at all. And of course it's Bowser, so Min Min was well within kill range already because everything this character does kills.
And that flame breath used, was able to recover, but oh goodness, that fair just sweeps over. That's the thing. Once with Min Min, if you commit to both arms and your opponent's jumping over them, you are wide open for a counter attack. And Peckham seems to be struggling in that aspect. Uses the down tilt, try to get something going, but it seems like Sans, being the heaviest character in the game, does you wonders, especially in this scenario. Finally gets a stock taken, but is it already too little, too late? Peckham.
It's going to be rough for Peckham to bring this back right now. We'll see what they can do to really mount the comeback. But it's going to be, you know, probably a lot of having to kind of, you know, just get Bowser off of them, really. And I think they're doing a pretty good job so far, really establishing their space in the corner. But, you know, all of these forward airs from Bowser, pretty dangerous.
I like that. Sans actually did that down smash there just to see if Peckham makes the mistake of doing the rapid jab, because he was able to use tough guy armor to get right through it. But really good job. Peckham hasn't been really touched at all for this stock, so awful good job. But in the end, the problem is that matchup, you make one mistake, there goes your stock, and that is going to be it. Sans with a very impressive Bowser there, but we'll just have to see. I'm excited. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a pretty cool match. I think Peckham was definitely doing some pretty good stuff. And I think that while, of course, the beginning of that match, to say it was one-sided would be a little bit of an understatement. I think that Peckham really found their footing towards the end and was looking like they kind of figured out a lot of what Sans was doing. But we'll see what they can do in game two. I mean, I don't really know what Min Min does in terms of stages, just because I feel like, you know, they control so much of a stage. I wonder what kind of stage a character like that really wants. But I would not be surprised to see Peckham take the second game because I think that they've figured out a lot of stuff that Sans was doing already. One thing that seems to be a real problem, though, is just securing that kill on Bowser, which is, of course, unsurprising because it's like impossible to kill Bowser under 200. But, you know, that's going to be a real question for Peckham, and also something to really consider when selecting a stage is what stage can I take Bowser to where he won't live to like the mid 200s.
Yeah, at the same time, you also don't want those blast zones like too small, because then you'd be like, Bowser can kill me at 45 with some rage, and I don't want to deal with that. There's a lot of like thoughts that go into it, because that stage was a little more on the wider side. I think Peckham was trying to use that into his advantage of having that little distance to work with. But as we saw at the beginning, Sans was just able to completely jump over every single time the attacks came. But like you said earlier as well, Peckham started to really understood the rhythm, did a really good job controlling it on the last stock to kind of stall out the game. But in the end, it was just that one mistake to slip it up. Hopefully, got it better into coming into this next game for game number 2.
And let's see where we're at right now. We're going to be on Final Destination. Interesting, just choosing to take away the platforms. And, oh my god, nowhere to really run for Sans right now, but it doesn't seem to really matter because they're just going to cover Peckham's landing options. And Peckham really got to work hard to reestablish their space on this stage. Oh, no. You hate to see that. really
yeah,
hate
we
to
hate
see
to see
that.
it, of course.
You hate to see it. What did you say?
We love to see it.
Oh man, you think so?
No.
As a commentator, I hate to see it. As a player, I love to see it. But I'm always like, man, that was so messed up. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But like internally, I just feel like, yes, like I won, like I did it.
But definitely Sans with a huge like disadvantage coming into this one. Down tilt into the up smash, little staple combo. And I love that he predicted knowing that the down air was going to come. But a little bit of trade, immaculate DI coming in for Peckham to stay alive. Get up attack, doesn't get down, but he slides right into it.
And you know, if you're Peckham right now, you kind of needed that SD because that'll give you some valuable time to keep figuring out what Sans is doing, of course.
And we're seeing right now, Peckham's trying to run away. Does get the hit away. He tries to read the roll. Almost got it down, but Peckham, you see Sans jumping quite a lot. That's one of the best ways to maneuver around those arms. So Peckham hopefully will try to get a game plan down, but gets away with it. Second arm comes into play. You got to check for the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and I love that delay that Peckham did on that second arm. Just waiting for Sans to try and hit a button out of shield to get that counter hit. Really smart stuff.
Oh, he doubted himself. He had an opening there. He could have gone for a free fair, but unfortunately didn't really press the trigger. Both of them trading on there, but do keep in mind that anytime Sans gets a hit, you know, he is one step closer to securing that stock. 171 Bowser with Rage is very scary to deal with. No player wants to do it. Both those arms coming into play. Big opening coming in, jumps into the down air up smash. So close, but won't be able to take it. That is not safe at all. Peckham, I think Peckham's in a little bit of a panic right now.
Yeah, Peckham really just, you know, throwing everything they've got at Sans right now, trying to kill him, and finally at 180 will get the kill. But of course, this is a fresh Bowser stock, and with Min Min at 100%, Peckham's got to do whatever they can to get some chip damage in at least before Sans, you know, inevitably hits some random move and kills with like oh my god.
I mean, I think one thing Peckham's got to stop doing. When he gets into a defensive option like that Bowser bomb, he immediately goes for a down tilt, which is almost got him killed. He got him killed once and almost killed him on the second time, but a command grab lands. Peckham didn't get exactly the percent he was looking for.
Right, and good stuff from Peckham really racking up like 30%, because I gotta say, if Bowser's at 30% and you're at 0, I feel like you're behind, honestly.
Oh no, but
Bowser stuff. That is Bowser stuff.
Yeah. Peckham missing
just lands, gets the command grab. Good stuff from Sans.
Yeah, that's a really bad situation. Gets away with the roll, thankfully.
Good recognition on that roll distance there.
Gets away with it, Sans. 110%, jumps right over it. I think Peckham knew it was coming, but couldn't get anything out of it. Don't do a rapid jab on Bowser, though, because that's going to cost you.
Oh, unfortunate.
109%.
Peckham's got to play clean right now if they want to stay in this. And this is, of course, loser's bracket. This is Peckham's tournament life you're watching here.
Getting away with it, runs away, spaces out the fair.
Sans lives that one, but only because of stage control, and another one of those could smell disaster for Sans, just like that.
Yeah, I like that. For Peckham knew that Sans was thirsting for that fair, so you just have to keep running away, and once he sees that fair coming, he can execute using the arm and takes the game.
Spamming dash back.
Almost. Sans almost came back, but
yeah. Whew. And of course, if you're Peckham, you know, that was a good dub, but you also have to consider, like, there's an SD at the beginning, and it was on your counter pick, so, like, Peckham's really got to play really tight if they're going to take this game 3, because, you know, Sans has their pick of stage, and, you know, it's difficult to say whether they'll, you know, have another incident like the beginning of last game, but I really do think that Peckham can take it. I really do. I think Peckham has made a lot of really smart adaptations in this game. Sans taking it right back. Oh my god. Too savage.
Yeah, is it savage or is it stupidity? Or is it
maybe, but you see there Sans adjusting the distance that they do Fire Breath at to try and bait Peckham and just trying to roll into it again, and it pays off huge, dealing like 30-40% to Peckham. And Peckham off to an early deficit, but managing to get some solid damage.
Gets the grab. I like that coming into play. Doesn't hit the tech, but he's going to do an air dodge. Good delay for Peckham, but both those arms swinging out. Gets away with it. Dash attack, crosses up, but just far enough so he couldn't get the command grab down. Look at this wall coming into play. Both the dragons coming
Didn't attack backwards, unfortunately. But I think this game, I feel like one thing that I'm seeing from Peckham that I wasn't seeing quite as much of last game, is I'm seeing that Peckham is really trying to be unpredictable with when they're aggressive and when they're very defensive. I feel like towards the beginning of the set, Peckham was really just trying to run away and get space to use their arms. And now they're really going in and using a lot of Min-Min's more close range options like dash attack to sort of throw off Sans' tempo.
Yeah, this isn't a very good situation because number one, Peckham's starting to catch on when Sans is doing these full hop jumps, which aren't doing him any favors. And also two, Sans, it's a big thing a lot of players make mistake for. It's like great job on that one, but also as well, if you aggressively land too much, especially for a character like Min-Min, they'll start catching onto it. And great spot dodge canceling to get himself out of the situation. Command grab for 19%. Peckham on the run. Sans bring out these options, a little desperation coming into play. He knows that a flame breath did him well for the first time, but he's got to be careful because he misses out on the second time. It could cost him a lot more than a stock.
And we'll see what Peckham can do for the edge guard. Catches the air dodge with the very end of that arm.
Oh,
and that's Min-Min stuff, man.
Yeah, huge disadvantage. Sans, I think that game 2 really determined a lot because Peckham was starting to get a download down and a very close win coming into play. Sans, look at him.
Oh, just taking so much damage here. I mean, I know it's Bowser, but like that damage is dangerous. 73 uncontested, it feels like. Getting the command grab on down smash, good stuff from Sans. And goes for the F smash, and honestly, I agree with that from Sans. You just got to get this stock however you can.
I know, but that desperation can cost you, especially in this play. Peckham getting away with it so many times. Great down air as well. Tries to run away.
Down air? Who is this?
It's Peckham. Uses the down air to get himself out. Sans. He's got to get something to happen. No!
I'm upset about that myself, honestly.
You hate to see it happen. It was most of the times that Peckham would just go for a safe grapple onto it. But Peckham with that lead, a little more confidence, does take